Stukeley, we focus on each curriculum subject in its own right. This helps to ensure a knowledge-led approach that means children make progress within that subject discipline from early years to Year 6, and that the taught content connects from one lesson to the next, each unit to the next, and then each year to the next. Our curriculum aims to teach to remember things worth remembering. This short video tells you about our curriculum as a whole, how it is designed, how lessons are designed and delivered, and how outcomes are assessed. As a result, there are 3 key strands to our curriculum offer: the knowledge content, the learning behaviours associated with it, and the cognitive demands of it. All planning starts from the national curriculum. It is a series of brief subject documents that gives us statutory guidance in its simplest form, but then allows us to choose and build the right curriculum for our school. We adhere to the principle endorsed by Ofsted that if nothing has altered in the long-term memory, i.e. if nothing has been remembered on a long-term basis, then nothing has been truly learnt. Our ultimate aim, therefore, is to design our curriculum in such a way that remembering and learning is inevitable. We concern ourselves with both the what and the how, and as leaders are constantly reflecting on the why. We have therefore built a 3D curriculum that is designed to aid long-term remembering. The vertical links are those key concepts that are revisited year on year in different contexts within the same subject discipline. This might be the idea of government in history, a concept that comes up in almost every era studied. The horizontal links are those concepts or ideas that cross the boundaries between different subject disciplines. So when we learn about rivers in geography, it makes sense to link this to learning about the water cycle in science, for example. The diagonal links are those pivotal concepts that connect ideas across both year groups and across subjects. For example, when we come across the word source as part of our learning about the starting point of a river in Year 4, we might connect that to sources of evidence that we use history to find out about the past when we are in Year 6. 3 big ideas run through our curriculum from early years to Year 6. These are knowledge, cognition, and expertise. As a school, our curriculum can be characterised as knowledge-led. This means that there is an understanding that knowledge falls into 2 categories: a body of subject-specific knowledge to be mastered, the what, and the skills to be acquired, the how. This is underpinned by the belief that we are all empowered by knowing things, and so the things we want children to know must be meticulously defined in detail and carefully planned. Our curriculum embraces learning from cognitive science about memory and how we learn. It is not simply a set of encounters or episodes from which children form a jumble of memories. It is designed to be remembered in detail and to be stored in our students' long-term memories. This is so that they can later build on it, forming meaningful webs of knowledge that we call schema. These schema will then continually expand as new knowledge is encountered. This requires approaches to curriculum design that builds in spaced retrieval practice, formative low-stakes testing, and plenty of repeated practice for automaticity and fluency. Ultimately, the purpose of our curriculum is for children to become experts in various fields, be this history, art, or sport. Expertise is dependent upon having access to a schema of knowledge, the web of links and facts that encompass everything a person knows. An expert uses this schema to critically consider and even understand new concepts and ideas. They use it to apply what they know in new contexts and with new material. They are able to think flexibly. Leaders and teachers have developed a range of resources to support teaching and learning. These might include knowledge organisers and schema organisers. Children use these as cognitive aids to try and commit what they are learning to their long-term memories. In the context of an individual lesson, the emphasis first and foremost is on defining the knowledge to be learned, which we mean committed to memory and further strengthened through both regular and spaced retrieval practice. The use of knowledge boxes, for example, helps children to identify the key facts that should be committed to memory and should be the takeaway from that lesson. Tasks and discussions in the course of the lesson will be focused to that end. Individual sessions are part of carefully designed sequences of learning, each one building upon and consolidating the learning from the previous one, while pointing forward to what is ahead. Although each curriculum subject has its own distinction, the majority of sessions are delivered with a review, teach, practice and apply, review structure. This ensures regular recall and retrieval of previous learning, the introduction of new knowledge, the opportunity for children to deliberately practice and then review and connect to the next session. We regularly assess children for three main reasons. First of all, regularly checking and retrieving knowledge and practicing and applying learning is an effective way of strengthening memory. Secondly, assessments show us how much progress children have made, and then, finally, where there are gaps or areas to work on. Typically, we do all of the above through retrieval practice, quizzes and tests, and independent paragraph or essay writing. But curriculum, of course, is much broader than just the subjects we teach and the units of study that we believe are important to include within those. From assemblies to clubs, from Oakleaf bookshops to school trips, all this is part of who we are as a school and the values that define us. That brings us to the end of our whistle-stop tour through the Stukeley curriculum. School and subject leaders are always available to talk more broadly about our curriculum or at subject level depth. Please do get in touch.